That was some intense music. Hello, fellow humans. It's Brian here from Northstar Mobile Headlight Restorations. Thanks for joining us today. We're going to be going over the restoration on this Acura RDX. What's interesting or a little bit different on this car was that it didn't really have the oxidation that a lot of the cars do of this age. But the situation was a gentleman called me and said, me and my drinking buddy, and they're both way past being retired, we're in the garage having a couple drinks, and my buddy thought he could restore my headlights. So with cold drinks in hand, he got his drill and proceeded to attempt a restoration of the headlights. And he did kind of restore them. The oxidation was all cleaned off. The outer layer of the lights was taken off, and they were clearer. However, if you look at the video up close, you could see the scratch marks in the opening segments of the video. And they were deep scratch marks. Wasn't really sure how deep the scratch marks were. So when we got to this project, we cleaned the lights off, got all the dirt and gunk off of them, and we started with about an 800 grit. So the first light we did 800 grit, then we did 1,000, 2,000, 3,000, 4,000. Then you can see here we're moving into the cut and polish part of it, and then we finished that up with a high quality ceramic UV coating from Headlight Magic. It's the best out there, and that's what we use here at Northstar. Here's the part where I get honest with you. I mean, I'm always honest, but I'll be honest again. I was so distracted by my two new friends who were rejoining each other to sit in the garage and watch me fix their headlights still while they're having a few drinks. I was so distracted by this whole process and my fun conversation with them, I forgot to start the camera early on, and so I missed like a lot of stuff. I'll just say it real quick. Preparation is really important. The taping is really important. And before and after pictures are really important for this kind of stuff when you're going to try to record it. And I just did a really bad job of all of that. And multitasking is not my forte, apparently. And anyway, here we are. I was able to slow it down a little bit and remember to set up the cameras, remember to hit record, and then we started working on the passenger side headlight. Also significantly damaged with those very deep scratches, and we were able to start with them, or start sanding them also at the 800, just to make sure we were not only getting all of the whatever product they put on there at the end. He couldn't even tell me. He just said it was something from a box store, some kind of coating. So we had to sand through that and then get down to the bare plastic and then start getting those scratches out of the polycarbonate. So we went down to 800 and went from there. Ideally, I would let the sound play out, and for all of you ASMR fans out there, let you hear the wonderful scratching of the sandpaper on the lens and hear that satisfying sound. Maybe some birds chirping, maybe a cow mooing in the distance. I don't know. And those are all wonderful things. However, my two new friends were getting, well, let's just say they were having fun. And I don't have time to go back and edit individual phrases, words, or stories. So I just decided to do a voiceover of this video and let you watch the process. When you're doing headlights, it's important to check your work. And when you first start restoring headlights, you have this tendency to want to hurry and just fly through it, because that's how you've seen the pros do it, right? Hurry, hurry, hurry. Well, this is still a skill set. There's some craftsmanship here, and you can't rush this kind of work, because if you do, you will push too hard with your sandpaper. you're going to gouge the plastic. Or if you're using a lower grit that's really aggressive on these lenses, you're just going to make a big mess. It's going to be hard to correct. Your lower grits are designed to correct. Your higher grits are designed to aid in the clarification process. So take your time, go slow, but wipe off your lens, blow out the cracks, get the moisture away from it, and check your work as you go along. You're looking for that nice, clear, frosted look that's uniform across the lens. We achieved that. We got some clarity with our 4000 grit, and then we moved into our cut and polish. Now again, I was a little distracted. What we're missing here is a video snippet of using the cut pad, which is like a microfiber wool pad that gets rid of the 2, 3, 4000 grit scratch marks on the lens. These pads are also from Headlight Magic. If you're interested, the Headlight Magic kit, I'll post in the link below. It's the best kit out there, gets the most professional results, but that's just me. But anyway, I forgot that pad to record it. They were asking me questions that, well, they were distracting questions. Anyway, so I remembered, though, when I went to this pad, the polishing pad, to hit the record button. Oh, yep, hit the one on the phone. There we go. And we're pretty much done. Pretty clear. So we're going to remove the tape. And when you remove the tape, you don't want to just go in and rip it off. If there is any paint, loose paint underneath the tape, or if it's around the light, hopefully you've inspected it before you started taping it up. And you just go in there and rip that tape off, it's going to pull it up. And then you're going to have a problem because you're going to have to buy a new paint job for your client's bumper or whatever the case may be there. So just inspect the area around the light. And when you're pulling the tape off, don't just rip it all willy-nilly. Nice, gentle 45-degree pulls is the best way to get the paint off of the vehicle. You'll see there's some splash from the polish on the fenders there and on the front of the car. You always wipe that up too. And everything that we do, we want to do before we apply the ceramic, the Headlight Magic ceramic. So there's a cleaning process. We'll go back through. We're going to clean the lights off, get any residue off the plastic. We're going to spray down the fenders and then give those a good wipe. And we want the whole thing to be clean. We want the client to come out to the car and think, oh my gosh, it looks like a whole new car. And just cleaning up is also a nice thing to do for people. If you restore headlights for money, then you are in the customer service business. So service the customer. So what you see here is the final process of the application of the ceramic to the headlight. Prior to this, I used an IPA wipe down process on the lens just to get all of the oils, all of the contaminants off the light and make it clean and clear. And now we're putting the ceramic on. And again, this is the Headlight Magic ceramic, best in the business. So we're going to do overlapping passes on this light to make sure we cover the whole lens. That's just a flashlight in my hands there, just making sure I don't miss any spots. It gives it a really clean, wet look, and you can tell when you miss a spot. So having that light there is very helpful. This stuff is great. You have a little working time with it. If you mess up, you can wipe it off with alcohol and then start over. So you don't have to like resand every time. It's great. And here is our finished product. Pretty proud of these lights. They came out really, really well and just look like showroom new, which is what we're going for. If this is something that you would like done for your business, your personal car, your dealership, your mechanic shop, let us know. Contact us online or find us on the socials at Northstar Mobile KC. You can also dial 913-280-1471.